Hello and welcome back to Read Becca. Bingo! I love our fantasy bingo. I've participated the last several years. If you don't know what Reddit is, it's kind of a collection of forums, and our fantasy refers to a specific forum on there that is not just dedicated to fantasy. So as it's grown, it's got almost 2 million members. It has become more of a center for all speculative fiction. So they welcome anything that might fall under the greater speculative fiction umbrella. And they do a yearly bingo. It runs at kind of an odd year, so it starts on April 1st. So if you're seeing this, the new card is either just been announced or about to be announced. But it ends at the end of March. So I'm just winding up my card. I actually finished it a little while ago, but I just thought I would recap so you can see what I read that meets this bingo challenge, and maybe get hyped up to join in next year. So what the bingo challenge is, it's a pretty traditional bingo card. It's 5 rows with a prompt in each square, and you can do just a simple bingo where that's a row, a column, or a diagonal, and you are entered to win a prize if you do that. So that's entirely doable, 5 books. However, I think just about everybody wants to go for a blackout, which is reading something for the prompts in every single square, which is 25 books. So you have a whole year to get that done, and it's very informal. You're meant to kind of post up in a monthly check-in thread to say, kind of what you've read that month for bingo, just to keep up participation. But you don't have to do that. You can talk about your books elsewhere if you've got a channel. You are very much encouraged to review the books. That's part of one of the additional challenges that you can make things more difficult for yourself. So if you do have a channel, you can participate that way too. But every single prompt is different. Some of the prompts, just a handful of them, do stay the same every year. So things like read a book published in the current year is something that comes back over and over. However, we have a change in who is actually doing the bingo this year for the first time. And so it'll be interesting to see what we find in the squares when they're announced on April 1st. So I don't think I'm going to go into incredible detail. I just wanted to run through what was actually on the card. So all of the prompts for the card, and then what I read for each prompt. So you can kind of get an idea of what that looks like in terms of the bingo, and maybe get hyped up to want to participate next year as the card is about to be announced. So I will put all the details down below for the current year bingo, and as soon as the card is announced on April 1st, I will also link that down below. So let's jump into what I read. Short stories, or read an entire anthology. The Best of World SF, edited by Lavi Tidar. Asia, The Membranes by Chi Ta Wei, translated by Ari Larissa Heinrich. A to Z Genre Guide, Prime Meridian by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. Found Family, Chaos on Catnet by Naomi Kritzer. First Person Perspective, The Relentless Moon by Mary Robinette Kowal. Our Fantasy Book Club, Blood in the Mist by Hope Meirlees. New to You, Before She Sleeps by Veena Shaw. Gothic, Sorrowland by Rivers Solomon. Backlist book, The Aeronaut's Windlass by Jim Butcher. Revenge, Hench by Natalie Zena Walschaus. Featuring a mystery, Fugitive Telemetry by Martha Wells. Comfort read, Winter's Orbit by Everina Maxwell. Published in 2021, The Echo Wife by Sarah Gailey. Cat Squasher, a book over 500 pages, Lyrial by Garth Nix. Non-fiction, Keeping It Unreal, Black, Queer Fantasy and Superhero Comics by Derek Scott. Latinx author, The Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. Self-published, The Dragon Spanker by Scott Warren. Forest setting, The Rain Heron by Robbie Arnott. Genre mashup, Deadlands Boneyard by Shauna Maguire. Chapter titles: Herland by Charlotte Perkins Gilman. Title: Blank of Blank, Master of Poisons by Andrea Hairston. First Contact, To Be Taught, If Fortunate by Becky Chambers. Trans or Non-Binary Representation, PET by Wiki MSE. Debut Author, The Gilded Ones by Namina Forna. Witches, Blacksmith Queen by G.A. Aiken. And that is everything I read for our Fantasy Bingo 2021.